Hi, everyone. So my name is Manhar. I'm the president of RFPA this year. Thanks, Carl, for the introduction. And yeah, so RFPA stands for Ryerson Financial Planning Association. Next slide, please. So this is a quick table of contents about what we're going to be taking you through. We'll just tell you guys a little bit about us. We'll show you guys our team and our members this year. We'll take you a little bit through some of the events that we're hosting, and then the new personal financial fundamentals crash course that we came up with for this year. We'll talk about our FAST program, give you guys a chance to ask any questions, and then quickly we'll go through the week of welcome passport and our socials so you can connect with us and also get a chance for another bonus entry into that contest and everything. Okay, so a little bit about us. So Ryerson Financial Planning Association, our mission basically is to give students at Ryerson the best possible experiences and opportunities to get skills and develop their networks. And what we really want to do is basically foster better financial literacy in our community, make people a little bit more educated about what good and bad rules to follow, and kind of just help everyone, excel with their finances, because we all know that there's never enough money. We can always use another dime in our bank. And so again, so a couple of the highlight things that RFPA does. So we have our events, which are open to anyone, and anyone can come and join. The personal financial fundamentals crash course that we've come up with, that's also open to any student in TRSM. And it's basically, I'll touch on it a little bit more later, but it's basically to help give you guys the fundamental knowledge of what, financial principles, what exists in the market, and kind of get you guys started with some tools and some education and tips and tricks from experts. And then we have our FAST program, but yeah, okay. So a little bit about the team. So that's me, Manhar. We put a little fun fact so you guys can read through. I won't go through them all, but everyone on our team is pretty interesting. And so this has been, he's our VP of Ops, and Anorj, who's also on the call, and he's our EVP. And then next slide. And then, so this is our marketing team. We have our VP, and then we have 2 directors of marketing along with a director of creative. Pretty cool facts. Skydiving, yep. Okay, Corp. We have Riha, who's our VP, and then our 2 corporate directors. Basically, their role is to try and get our corporate sponsorships and maintain relationships with our sponsors and the rest of TRSM and Ryerson in general. The next slide is our events team, and these guys are the ones responsible for putting on all of the events, the experiences that we are able to give to students. Obviously, with a virtual focus this year, we aren't neglecting our in-person events as well. So depending on how the semester pans out, next semester we will be trying our best to offer in-person and online events. And I'll touch on a couple of what those events will be in a minute. And then the next slide is our finance team. These are the folks responsible for making sure we're able to pay our bills and facilitate like everything that we do from like our financial perspective, along with getting us trying to obtain more sponsorships and more money so we can deliver more to students. And then next we have our FAST team. And so our FAST team are, so they work directly with the executives to deliver the FAST program. And our FAST program is one of our staple things that we do for students here. Both of these are superstars. They're both excited to be part of the program this year. And I'll touch on FAST a little bit more. We're really excited because we revamped it all. And then so next is our events. So I'm just going to talk a little bit about our events. So just remember that RFPA, we got 3 kind of pillars. One is our events. And so our events this year, we've already done one. It was a career panel. We had people from Deloitte, Fidelity, banks and insurance companies come to try and tell students about what their career journey was like, what things and skills helped them along the way, and things like that. going along the same lines, what we try and do is we try and showcase the students, tricks and tricks of the trade that's going to help them right along, what skills to be developing, what's new. If you're interested in finance, and not just financial planning, just in finance in general, like that, this is the place where you can kind of learn a lot more. We have a more broad perspective than some of the other student groups, like we'll focus more on the entire picture, because again, financial planning, whether it's for a business, whether it's for people, like it's a very broad kind of field that has a lot that it incorporates. So we try to provide that holistic base level understanding. So one of these events, if you could go back, is our Women in Industry event. This one we're really excited because we're working with a bunch of other student groups all around campus. And what we want to do is showcase women in finance and just in industry in general, and allow them, give them a stage to showcase their journey and their stories with students. They're gonna also, like, there's gonna be workshops, there's gonna be skill development stuff, there's gonna be networking, coffee chats, like one-on-one if you guys want, and a panel event to follow. Last year we had a Women in Finance, and this year we're trying to make it even bigger and better. And like we have some really solid plans. This was going to be in a couple months. We're aiming for either November, or we're going to target Women's Week. So watch out for updates on that. And then next is our bank night. This is another one of our staple events. Bank night is where we go and we get every single bank in Canada, and we try and bring it in. Well, the big ones, we're trying to expand, get some more in here. But what we want to do is basically give them opportunities for like connecting with industry professionals. This is supposed to be strictly like, it's supposed to be focused on networking and really giving students a chance to engage. This year we're going to have to see what we can do, but we are trying our best to play around and make sure this is as an engaging and full of opportunity kind of event as possible. And then next one is our designations event series. So similar to something what HRSA was mentioning about getting designations, which are going to help you excel in your field. There's a lot that you can get in finance as well. So there's your CFE, your Chartered Financial Analyst. You have your CPA, accounting, and then you have a CFP designation that Ryerson offers as well. And that's your financial planning certification. All of these kind of help you along, and the point of this event is to showcase each one. We're going to be bringing, FP Canada or CPA Ontario to these events. They're going to talk about the career journey from like the full journey and the actual designation. We're going to have people from BCH and career advising telling you guys how you can navigate towards that path and excel your career through Ryerson. And that's one of the big events coming up. So again, look out for updates. And then next we have our personal finance fundamentals crash course. I know it's a mouthful, that's why we go PFF. But basically what this is a series of 3 workshops, and they're going to teach you guys all the fundamentals of financial planning. So topics, you're going to cover your basics: budgeting, insurance planning, investing, estate management, risk planning. But we also try and make this like give you guys tools, right? Because we want this to be more than just like us talking to you. We're going to give you guys tools and coach you through how to use and apply those tools for yourself, like budgets or trackers, calculators. And we're going to run this twice this semester. It's open to anyone. So keep looking out again for updates on this. Everything we put out is going to be contacted from either emails or our socials. But on the right side, you can kind of quickly see what some of the topics and specific points covered are. Okay, and then we can go next, because I want to give you guys a chance to answer a question as well. Yep, so we're going to talk about FAST and FAST. We're really excited. I can't tell you guys enough. Like, we worked all through the summer and we rebranded. And so it's now the Finance and Accounting Skills Training Program. Basically, it was developed for students who know they want to be pursuing careers in these fields. And it's, again, to build, like, they're getting essential skills through workshops, receiving tools again, and exclusive networking opportunities. So when I say exclusive, this is separate from RFPA's events, the ones we mentioned before. This is exclusive ones just for people in the FAST program. We've also, once you graduate the FAST program, you get a certificate signed by Ryerson's Chair of Finance to certify that you've kind of gone through this and done a little bit extra works outside of class. But we've also partnered with CPA this year. CPA Ontario is helping us give you guys more events. So CPA exclusive events like PSAP, those are going to be like where you can go and kind of like get an opportunity to go into those as well. But for our FAST program, we do have limited spots. Applications are open. Thank you, Carl, for mentioning. The QR code to apply is in the left. I can also put the link in the chat in just a minute. Okay, here it is. So this is the FAST application link. And so, yeah, again, it's pretty exclusive, but if you go into the next slide, I could talk a little bit more. In terms of pricing, we charge $15 for early bird. It's going until it's going until September 11th, so 3 more days. After that, the price is going up to $20. This is just to cover the costs of working with CPA and obviously all the events and opportunities we're giving. Plus, it gives you discounts for any of our paid events throughout the year. And there's some other benefits which you can look through in the FAST application. There's a more detailed description. Some of the exclusive FAST and PSAP events, PSAPs are the ones offered by CPA. And then there's a couple of graduation requirements. I'm gonna skip them, but they're also posted elsewhere. Okay, so next is Q&A. But let's just keep going through and I'll give you guys the codes first and then you guys can just ask questions. So next is, what we got next? Could you go to the next slide, bro? So the WECO Welcome Passport. Okay, so if you scan this link, you can go to our survey, fill it out, get your ticket or your extra entry. And then you also have to follow all 5 of the student groups, their IDs at the bottom. And then the code for our session is capital FIN, Freedom 2020, because you know we're all about that financial freedom. And yeah, if you want to connect, that link is still to the application, so you can leave this slide up, but those are our other socials. Yeah, okay, fire away with the questions, please. Hey, Carl, you're on CP Ontario? Cool.
Yeah, I'm one of the BOAs. I never got around to actually going into a meeting with you in faith, unfortunately. I think I was on vacation.
Oh, okay, fair, no problem.
I will go back to the codes. Which code would you like me to go back to?
I think maybe the one prior for...
Okay. This one?
Yeah. Okay, and then I had a question. What event are we most excited for? I'm gonna say the Women in Industry event, and the reason why is like we literally have like every single like student group trying to get in and work with us. Like we're trying to make this like the coolest thing ever. Like we're trying to make it like a week-long event series. It's gonna be pretty cool. We actually have a couple meetings lined up just to continue making plans and get some more things in motion, but it's going to be pretty cool. Like there's going to be workshops throughout the week. There's going to be like panelists and speakers, and yeah, and also opportunities to network. And then another question, can anyone join FAST? Thank you for asking. Yes, FAST is open to literally anyone. You can be first, fourth, second, third, fourth, doesn't matter. You can be in any program in Ryerson. We're accepting everyone because we really don't think education should be limited. Any other questions, guys? Yes, thank you, Nicole. RFPA is kind of fun. We try. We try. Oh, and also FAST is a really great way to get involved in our organization as well. Like if you ever wanted to be a part of the student group, a lot of our, a lot of like people who have FAST experience are excel in their applications because they know and they're more involved with our association. But yeah, we do hire anyone. So we actually might be hiring again soon. So if you guys are interested in, potentially being a part of our team as well, just look out in your emails and our socials again. We'll keep plugging those. So follow us, please. Okay, sweet. I'm gonna just thank you guys again for your time. Really appreciate you all being here, and have a good one.
Round of applause for RFPA. Thank you so much for coming out and providing insight on the really, really good programs that you have, and also plugging CPA Ontario's PSAP program. Because yeah, we do need a lot of students engaging with that as well. So it's nice to have a collaboration with RFPA, because it truly does synergize what opportunities both groups have. And yeah, a big thank you to you guys. It was nice meeting you this evening, and I hope to see you guys in this semester and the next semester as well.